And welcome back to somebody on the Football Zone and to a weekend previewing all the Premier League action coming up. We are going to do a Champions League review starting for the next kind of game week. We do have a bit of a reaction video coming next week separately. So yeah, we're going to get straight into the Premier League stuff, starting off with West Ham against Chelsea. And of course, yeah, this is a pretty interesting game. Both of these sides have had, I'd say, fairly mixed start to the season, really, and it's one that you feel could go either way. Two teams that I think there is a bit of a there isn't much difference between the two sides at the moment, so I'm going to say it'd be 2-2 draw. Moving on into Villa against Wolves. And yeah, this is a game that I'm really interested in. Of course, a bit of a local derby. I'm surprised it's taking place at Saturday 3 o'clock, to be fair. But yeah, I think Villa at home will be confiscating the win. Obviously, I think as a top level club, it's only the young boys, but I think, yeah, a really good way to kind of cement their status as a Champions League club with that game. Wolves, of course, have had a tough start to the season. So, yeah, I'm going to say it will be a comfortable 2-0 Villa win. Moving on into Fulham against Newcastle. And, yeah, this is another interesting game. I think Fulham, it's been an up and down start to the season for them as well, I would say. Similar story for Newcastle. I think Fulham probably slightly happy with their start, to be fair. 5 points, not bad. I think Newcastle, they'll be relatively pleased as well. I think Newcastle's probably a stronger team at the moment. I think they'll just edge it. I'm going to say 2-1 to the team. Moving on into Leicester as they take on Everton at the King Power, and you really feel like this is a big game down at the bottom. Everton somehow bossing two leads in a row from being 2-0 up. Quite incredible. And yeah, they need a win from some point soon. Of course, bowing out in the cup to Southampton. Leicester, they've got points on the board. Look really good in that game against Tottenham, and since then haven't really done a whole lot, to be honest. So yeah, they'll be looking for points ASAP, and I think it'll be a close game here. I'm going to say it'll be a draw. Moving on into Liverpool against Bournemouth, and yeah, Arne Slot's of course, looked really good in that Champions League game against Milan. But yeah, of course, that game against Notts Forest kind of really will scar them. That has to be an unacceptable way to drop points, surely, for them. And yeah, you feel like they can't take this game for granted now. And yeah, it is really an absolutely must-win game against a side like Bournemouth. No disrespect to them. So yeah, I'm going to say it'll be a 2-0 win for Liverpool here. I think they'll have too much. Moving on into Southampton as they take on Ipswich at St Mary's. And yeah, like the Leicester-Everton one, this already feels like a big game down at the bottom too. Southampton still yet to get a point. Did get that win in the cup, which obviously should boost them, even if it was on penalties. But yeah, I think a big game here really for them, and they'll be hoping for a win. But Ipswich as well, we saw they got a draw at the Amex last night, so they'll be wondering why on earth they can't, get a result from this match as well. So yeah, I'm going to say it will be a 1-1 draw. Moving on into Tottenham as they take on Brentford at White Hart Lane. And yeah, I think Tottenham will be feeling relatively confident coming into this one. Of course, there are questions over Anne's future. Only 4 points from the first 4 games. So yeah, it's not been a great start for them. Brentford, I think they'll be pretty pleased with their start though. So yeah, I think Tottenham, they are the better side, but they will be on the lookout, and I think they'll really think that this is a game that they sort of have to win. And I think they probably will win. I'm going to say it will be 2-0 to Spurs. Moving on into Palace against Manchester United. And yeah, Manchester United getting that win at Southampton last week after a pretty poor start. I think Palace still struggling. It's been a slow start to the season, which would be disappointed for them considering the way they finished off last year. I think coming to terms with losing some key players, including Michael Elise, maybe has taken some time to recover. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see if, maybe now they can start to pick up a wee bit. But yeah, I'm going to say it'll be a draw here. I don't think there'll be much separate two sides. I'm going to say 1-1. Moving on into Brighton as they take on Nottingham Forest at the Amex. And yeah, Brighton coming into this one, I think obviously had a disappointing result against Ipswich at home last week. They'll be really looking forward, I think, to hopefully getting back on track here, because I think, they've had a really good start to the season still. And yeah, I think they'll be confident getting a result. I think Forest, though, of course, as well, they're having a good start to the season too, so they can't be taken lightly. So yeah, I think it could be an interesting game that goes either way, but I think Brighton probably will just have too much. I'm going to say 2-1. Moving on into the first of what could potentially be 2 titles decided this year between the 2 best teams in the country right now. And we've seen Arsenal been getting closer and closer so many times. And yeah, you just wonder if this could be the day that they could get a statement win at the Etihad, and what an achievement be it if they could do it. But Man City, you know, the way they started the season has been pretty imperious, and it's going to be a very, very, very tough challenge if they are to do it at Arsenal. So yeah, it's going to be such an interesting one, this one, and I think it could be a draw. I just feel like there's nothing to separate the two sides. I'm going to say 2-2. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily football news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.